Hello and welcome to my Pokemon Horizons episode 31 review. And this one is nice, but slow as it's a build up and introduction to Lapras of the 6 heroes, before we get the action next week. So if that's what you care about, you won't find action here. So we see Lapras seemingly save a ship as they get caught in a fog and bumpy waters, but they find out that they lost a cargo. They're just thankful that Lapras helped them though. Immediately I just want to give credit to the sound they use of Lapras' song. It's just so chilling but in a really beautiful way. If I were in the position of these sailors, I'd be enchanted. Diana mentions that she's been aware of rumours of Lapras saving people and she's chased it, like, for all of her life as she chased it when she was younger. But since it's kind of encompassed the whole world, she never reached it, especially without a ship of her own. I don't really have a problem with the idea that she's known about a lead for Lapras, as Dot's been aggregating info for her about the mysterious fog that Lapras is helping people. And some nearby witnesses are, like, close by, so it gives them a good hint. So after Rising Volt Tacklers have talked to them, finding out they lost the cargo but Lapras got them out, it's time for the brave Asagi to embrace its roots as a fishing boat and takes to the seas. But soon enough, they get shrouded in fog. Maybe suspiciously too fast. It does seem to be the right Lapras, however, as Terapagos looks out to the distance and starts shouting for it. As Lapras' song rings out, Roy's attention goes to Fuecoco, who's seen some of the food getting stolen by Toadscroll and Ambipom. Definitely an odd duo Pokemon, but it's a new debut and a Pokemon we haven't seen in the anime in a good minute. They make a quick escape, seemingly into nowhere. And would you know it, their escape also coincides with the fog starting to lift. Luckily, Dot had Quaxley out with her Rotom phone and notices something swim off in the mist. So when Dot presents that in the meeting, they question if the Ambipom and Toadscroll could belong to a trainer, but Freed and Diana notice the timing of the fog. They know that Lapras can lower mist, and comes up with a strategy to deal with this. What's great about this moment is all the adults of Rising Volt Tacklers get involved as well, you know? Murdoch and Molly are bringing Pokemon food out to the deck, Orla is in the engine room, Ludlow is steering, and Freed's on the battle deck with Cap as the fog rolls in, ordering Cap to use a Rising Volt Tackle, taking to the sky, blowing away the fog. Sounded cool as hell saying that. Like, higher than the sun, Rising Volt Tackle is a crazy good quote. This man's peak. Oh, that's also a reference to when he met Cap in episode 18. You know, when him and Charizard chased Cap into the sky. He said, like, oh, we're higher than the sun, Charizard. That's good stuff. And it's unveiled that a bunch of wild Pokemon are on the back of a whale lord, with a previous Ambipom and Toadscroll jumping back on to steal food. And Free calls guiding lost ships a scam to Lapras, and we get to see this crazy looking Lapras. It's huge, has a more jagged shell, and the scars all over. This guy's been through a lot, but this is where we end as it cries out. I think this is a really neat episode. It gets everyone involved in a way that they're actively pursuing one of the 6 heroes, as Diana knows the rumours, Dot can track trends down, and the crew will have a role on the ship to carry out, which leads to setting up the conflict between the Rising Volt Tacklers and Lapras. What I like is how different Lapras was to what I expected. Like, I'd have expected some hostility like the other 6 heroes that we've seen, but outright scamming people and abusing their trust to get food and help the rest of its friends was a pretty surprising twist. On top of that, it looks really cool. Freed being the one to figure out and break the illusion with Cap was so fitting. The leaders of the Rising Volt Tacklers overcoming the leader of this pack of Pokemon was amazing. One last thing I need to mention is how much I love the sequence of a brave Asagi taking the sea. The absolute sense of wonder and joy it brings paired with a remix of a battle victory theme by Cornish is really amazing, and it steals a feeling of adventure. So yeah, this has left me very eager to see a resolution of this conflict next week, and hopefully the joining of another of the 6 heroes to Rising Volt Tacklers.